Hello beautiful, welcome to the United Way. In this video I'm going to tell you guys why Manchester are now in a situation where they are going in for panic buy, and also informed you guys the latest bid in which United are trying to do to get in players for the season. And there is a reason why United is panicking now to get players. I don't know how long you guys have been a fan for Manchester United, but what I want to say is I think that we have seen this before. Whenever the Glazers are under pressure of selling the club, right? When the fans try to turn against the Glazers, what do? They go in and bring in some players or buy players for more than the market price. We have seen that with Alexis Sanchez. We have seen that with this last minute bidding with Mata. We've seen that we can even say Popga. Why? Because we have never really had a plan as a club. We'll talk again. I'll talk about also about Jim Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who has placed his interest of buying the club Manchester United to buy some shares. Actually, the truth about Manchester United today is that the club is not stable. Guys, please make sure you smash a like on the video if you're jumping into the stream. The truth is that the club is not stable. The Glazers don't have money to put into the club. And I would like you guys to get this in board. The Glazers don't really have money to invest in Manchester United. Presently, the news which is there is that the Glazers are trying to look for investors to buy Manchester United. So the fact that they are looking for investors shows that they are not ready to put in their money in a project which they really they wanted it, you know. So the Glazers are trying to get funds in order to manage it. If you have watched Manchester United for the past years, our stadium has dilapidated. The players, our debts haven't been cut. The same 600 million pounds that we had since when the club was bought, it's still there. So what the Glazers are trying to do is that they understand perfectly, like business people, that the value of the club is going to rise. So what they're doing, they are looking for investors, those they can sell, so they can have shares of the club, like 20%, and in return to get their funds. Obviously, they are going to have their dividends, but the truth is that Manchester United at the present moment don't have money to spend. Yes, we have heard information about Casemiro. I said this on our Instagram group. I said this also on our Facebook group that whenever if you have noticed, if you're a United fan and you've noticed, you realize that whenever Manchester United are in difficult or are in deep shit, what happens is the Glazers jump into Manchester United and start spending your money to get players and overpriced players. Today we have in the past 48 hours since when Sir Jim Ratcliffe expressed his interest to buy shares for Manchester United, and the Glazers have started. They have reiterated their interest in getting Anthony. Anthony is a player that just 2 months ago was under 40 million euros, and now his value has gone up to 65 million euros. Is Anthony a 65 million euros player? I think no. But Manchester United will go into that route and get this player. We also have a player here in Casemiro. Casemiro is 29 years old, fantastic holding midfielder in Europe. Very good player, Brazilian player. I am one of those who have encouraged or placed my opinion about Manchester United getting a CDM. I think Manchester United will not get a good season if we don't have a CDM. Without a CDM for Manchester United, a central defense midfielder, if you don't know what CDM means, without a central defense midfielder in Manchester United, we have no chance this season. Because the way the Premier League is so quick, it is very difficult for us to cope, even if we are leading on the 2 goals advantage. We really need that deeper guy who sits behind. The last time we had a proper CDM, it was Carrick. Actually, Carrick, that was CDM for Manchester United. So coming back to the story here, that Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to buy Manchester United. So who is this guy? This is the richest man in Britain. He's the owner of FC Nice, a football club in France. I remember when he bought the club in 2019. Since when he bought the club, they have been challengers of the French National League. He has raised the level of the club, and they are a power to be reckoned with in the French league. He also has invested in cycling and also in motor racing. And the most important thing is that Jim Ratcliffe is from Manchester United, so he is a United fan. And when you have an owner of a team which is a fan of your team, which is a fan of your team, it's just a win-win situation in my view. I don't know what you guys think, but when you think you have an owner which is a fan and also has an interest of the club, I think it is very possible that you can get the results. Because the biggest problem we have in Manchester United as a club is that the Glazers are not fans of Manchester United. We don't know the Glazers. I don't know them. You don't know them. It's a family, but the Americans. And when you talk about Americans, you talk about hyper. You talk a lot about hyper. You talk about sorry. When you talk about America, you talk about hyper financialists. These are people who spend a lot of money and are trying to get to get the maximum profit in their investments. So the Glazers look Manchester United, as I said, a lot as cash cows. These are normally in business. It's a sector in a business that generates you funds in the long term. But the bad thing here with the Glazers, some of you sit and say, but Ralph, the Glazers have invested a lot of money for Manchester United. Yes, but they have invested your money. They haven't invested their money. The Glazers, the club, as I said earlier in the video, that the club still owes the 650 million pounds that they had from the very first day they bought the team. They don't have enough money, and now we are reading that the Glazers are trying to sell 20% to a certain American investment group, which is Apollo, right? 20% Manchester United to invest with the club, because the fans have turned, because you guys, the fans, both online and physically, those who live in Manchester United, have shown their discontentment about the club. United has always thrived on the idea that the club is a club for the people. So owners, people buying the club, need to merge that concept, if I'm making sense. Talking about the second transfer we have heard of recent, which is Anthony. Anthony from Ajax Amsterdam, as I said. Anthony, he is a player which we have been looking for a long time. We all know the history about Anthony. We know Anthony has been a focus for Ten Hag. Ten Hag came to Manchester United. He had basically 3 or 4 players that he really wanted. He wanted Nunes, which he didn't have. He wanted Anthony, which for now he hasn't had. De Jong, which I'm not, for the first time I must say, I'm not sure De Jong will be a United player. And he also wanted a centre-back in Timber, which all of you guys know. The biggest problem here with Manchester United fans is that the club is so massive. We have a lot of fans worldwide. We have a lot of fans worldwide. I don't know what time you became a United fan, what times you fell in love with the club, what year. But United is so vast. One of the reasons why you see the value of United is so massive, I was asked the question, what is the value of the club? Today, I saw some analysis that the value of Manchester United is between 4 and 5 billion pounds. That's roughly five and a half billion CFA, I think, if I'm not, you can do the math, but it's around that region. If Chelsea was bought for like 3 million, so United is way more expensive in value than Chelsea. So how will United be sold? I think there are several ways it can be sold. Firstly, the Glazers would not want to relinquish power, so they would not sell a control package of the club. They wouldn't want to lose the power, the voting rights. So I think that's why you see they are offering 20% of the club to whosoever is interested. That's what we're hearing about this Apollo group, is an investment group. And to be honest, guys, if I want to be very keen here, football generally has always been a game. Football has always been a game played by the poor, supported by financed by the rich, but watched by the moderate. And I must tell you guys this that Manchester United really don't need American owners, because and this is for many reasons. If we see the biggest problem that we have had in football of recent, which was the European League, which I think in the long run the European League is going to materialize. Nobody knows when. It could be the next 10 years. And that is one of the reasons why I think Glazers don't want to sell. Because if Glazers, they sell Manchester United, understanding that the value of the club can climb to $10 billion because of our fan base. Because the way it works, that you need to educate yourself when it comes to football. I know most of you just love everything is on the pitch. You love all these beautiful pictures, but you don't really understand how your club functions. Honestly, whenever a player, whenever an owner buy a club, like in this case Manchester United, they are buying your eyes, the fans, because the way the money is made here. Okay, bro, how are you? I am an alpha. Okay. Yeah, so whenever you're buying a club, you're buying the fans' eyes. That is why, if you notice, you might ask me, there's an Indian who just wrote here, the reason why you have a lot of cricket clubs in India, for example, very expensive cricket club, is because of the amount of people that watch cricket. Cricket is one of the most popular sports in this part of the world. India and Pakistan, that's one of the most watched events when these teams play. Most of you might not know. So with Manchester United, one of the biggest takeaway for United is they are a club which have a unique perspective in world football. They are a club, traditional club. They are a club who actually are more attached to their fans. That's United, we the fans. So it is very important for us Manchester United fans to stick together and try to have one mouth in order to be on the same page. Let me put it this way, so we can help to get the Glazers out. And that's why, if I had something to do, I know we have a very small community here. Guys, please make sure you smash a like on the video. Click the like button. That helps the video and bring in more United fans into this stream. So my point here is very simple, that if you guys, right, in every comment that you do on Facebook, in every comment that you do in any social media, it should be tag Glazer out. It might not mean a lot, but it does mean a lot. You see what I mean? Manchester United today, it's like it's a media company. I mean, we saw that very clearly, that United, the team, the board, they respond to the fans. So only you can change things, I think, the fans. Because if you see the situation with Anatovic, who United was interested just a week ago, and after the outcry of fans, United have to close the deal, how to stop the deal, because of his racial background and also a lot of things that fans didn't like. So guys, please, if you really want that the Glazers to leave, we will never have an opportunity like this. We will never have opportunity like fans like this. Every message that you send, you write in related to Manchester United should be tagged Glazer out. And we will start by this video, because we need to support the idea of the club to change its hands. It will happen, obviously, but we don't really know when. But this is a massive opportunity we have already here in Manchester United. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he is someone who, he's a fan of football. He's a fan of Manchester United. He's from Manchester, and he has the interest of the club in mind. While the Glazers are in for Manchester United just to make money. The Glazers have taken over $150 million in the last 10 years. No owner of a football club have done the same. That's why you see Manchester United, all the tickets are being bought. Everything in the fans are responding. Everybody is doing their bid. But the stadium, the United Stadium, the Old Trafford, I mean, it's a disgrace. You need to watch these videos on YouTube and you understand what I'm saying. So it is very important that, guys, you guys should think very closely on what the future of the club, because, you know, as stakeholders of this club, you have a role to play. I'm not pushing anyone, but what I'm trying to do is get you guys to understand that you also matter. So in regards to the nearest future about Manchester United, as a fan, as I say, United are now presently trying to get I mean, the club now is just all over the place. They have been linked with all type of players, right? I'm not sure. I don't know why United isn't linked with Messi, because United of late, we have get information that United is linked, has been linked already with not only with CASEMIRO, not only with Moise Moise from Brighton. We have been linked also with Neves, also from Wolverhampton. It is, it is. I mean, it's just, I mean, there is no plan for this. This is what I'm trying to say. Because there is no plan, it is very difficult for you and I to understand what's going on with Manchester United. The level of complacency that the Manchester United blood has shown in the past years, I think everything is in the air. I think all of you must have known this. I know most of you will be saying that you're not interested, you're interested more about the football, but have you ever asked yourself why the club isn't performing well on the pitch? All these influence players. It starts from the top to the bottom. If we don't have, honestly, if we don't have leadership as a club, we will not be relevant, and we are not relevant anymore. In regards to the game against Liverpool, I don't know how to go. I mean, this is one of the few games that I'm not sure that United. I think we are going to lose that game. I mean, it will be very difficult for me to think. It will be I will be dreaming. I mean, I will be dreaming to think that United can even draw the game. Yes, Liverpool has had 2 games, and I mean, they haven't been that great. Let me put it this way: if Liverpool loses against Manchester United, I think they're in crisis, because everybody beats United these days. We really don't have a team, a plan, and that puts the manager into a deep shit. For the very first time since Alex Ferguson left, we have a proper young thinking manager in Eric Ten Hag, and guess what? And we are not backing the manager. So how does that work? How can you explain this to me? It's very tough one. It's a very tough one. In regards to Cristiano Ronaldo, I had a lot of questions about Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo is Cristiano Ronaldo. Whatever thing will happen with Cristiano Ronaldo will depend on Cristiano Ronaldo. He is ready. He said he's going to come out with an interview in the coming weeks. Cristiano Ronaldo will decide for himself. I mean, I'm in a position that I really want Cristiano Ronaldo to stay for Manchester United on a personal level. I don't know about you. You can drop your question, your opinions down. But I think Cristiano Ronaldo, because we are building, I would agree with Gary Neville on this one, that I would have let Cristiano Ronaldo go, and then we invest in an attacker, because we are trying to build something. United need to be relevant. I think Ronaldo is at the level on his career that he doesn't have enough time to start starting up a project. That's my point. So guys, this is the video. I just wanted to give you guys head ups about what's going on with Manchester United. Also, in a roundup, I'll tell you guys that United are interested in buying Casemiro. Casemiro, to be honest, coming to United will be the 4th highest paid player. Presently, he earns £189,000 a week. He will double it to around 400. United are ready to double his salary to come to United as a holding midfielder. Casemiro. Also, we have Anthony, who value Ajax has increased his value. Anthony, United are in for Anthony now, trying to get a bid there for Anthony, and hopefully that they will close this one. I know Anthony, most of our fans here on the channel are so excited about this player, but again, there is no guarantee. He's a very good player, but there is no guarantee that Anthony is going to be a success for Manchester United. But notwithstanding, he is better than what we have here. On the morning today, we had this video. We talked about I gave you guys my opinion about Anthony and also Rashford. I think Anthony coming, or Manchester United looking for another winger. I think maybe Rashford or maybe Sancho. Rashford or Sancho, one of them will be sold in the coming years. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. I think maybe Rashford or Sancho, one of them will have to leave if Anthony comes. I'm not sure of this year, but maybe next year. This is my my prediction in terms of attackers. So I would like to hear your comments on this topic about Manchester United. I call it panic sales. United are now on panic move, trying to get players in which they didn't actually plan for them. Let's be honest. We know that the Rabiot deal has been shot. Rabiot will not be coming to Manchester United. It was just another panic bill. And again, I just want to ask you guys, have you realized, I'll repeat this, have you realized that whenever the Glazers are under pressure, they try to go and overpay for a player? This is not planning. This is not how football clubs work. Just give a good example. Our neighbors, Manchester City, doesn't work like this. Manchester United is a very wealthy club. We need some good football people to manage the club. I don't think that our CEO and our technical director, I don't think John Mehta is worth it. I think the ineptitude has been open I mean, it's just very clear. I don't think that the present setup of the board is capable of managing the task in which is placed on them. So my view very clearly is I think Manchester United need to be sold. I think the Glazers have to sell the team. If they sell the team, they sell, and we are lucky we get an owners is ready to invest in the team, not only financially, but also in terms of the energy and a new start for Manchester United. That will be very profitable for Manchester United, and hopefully that's what we'll get in Sir Jim Ramcliffe. His name is just off my head. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. Smash a like on the video and drop your comments below and tell me what you guys think about these two offers. Casemiro to Manchester United, do you think that's a valid, or you think that's a right move for bringing a 29-year-old, doubling the salary? There is no guarantee for success, but personally, I think it's a good player. What do you think about Anthony also? Anthony, which is, I know most of you, all of you are very excited about Anthony. Drop your comments below and we'll answer to all of them. With that said, guys, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.